Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another Minnesota Twins game review. Another game is in the books. That is game number 55, and we have 39 wins to show from it, obviously getting another win yesterday. I tell you what, we can beat good teams. Granted, we played the Yankees in Yankee Stadium. We played the Phillies at the Phillies. I mean, we played Houston in Houston. We also played them at home, obviously. But now we're going on the road again for another tough team, and we beat them this time. We literally can't walk out of Tampa Bay without a split. So that is positive. That is, I think 8 consecutive series where we have not lost a series. We've tied 2. We would tie 3 if we lose today. Or we've won 5 others, I guess. So very, very much a positive thing for a ball club. We still have not had a losing road trip or a losing homestand as well. Obviously, this is the first, series of a an away, a road trip. But, if we can go ahead, get a win today, we got, 2. If we can finish it off with Odorizzi, who's been, incredible. I mean, what are we, 3-1? Then we go to Cleveland, we go to Detroit. I think we would at least be able to win, I think, 2 of those games. It's a 10-game road trip, so very, very capable. But it all starts today again with Odorizzi. Yesterday was a great game. Let's go through the box score. We won 6-2. 6 runs, 13 hits, and 1 error. Scopeman error, who cares about that? And then they scored 2 runs on 9 hits. 1 error as well. So again, very productive today. Maybe not as productive as other days, but getting a lot of hits, a couple home runs in there as well, and the team did what they needed to do to win. They scored in 5 consecutive innings, which helps. We actually didn't even score first in this game, which I guess is a little crazy, but it looked good. Like I was watching a little bit of yesterday's game. I was able to catch those middle innings right there. I think the 3rd, 4th, and 5th inning. But we did good. We did good to come back, work some counts. Chirinos, I didn't know he was this good. I mean, he got into some pitching trouble a little bit in the later innings, but, he was 6-1. Definitely a good pitcher. We had Gibson, who was 5-2, very matchable, and Gibson came out on top. So let's go through that. Gibson started pretty well. Besides giving up the run, he did well, and he struck out 3, walked 1 in his 5 innings of work. He gave up 6 hits. The run, it was not earned either. So that's what I'm saying, is he did good. He did give up the run, not his fault though, as it doesn't count. So I mean, you just take it, you move on. And the Twins answered, right? Twins answered in the 3rd with 2 runs, and 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th. But then May came in as well. I mean, Gibson, let's stay on Gibson for 1 second. So Gibson's now 6-2. He only threw 88 pitches. He got through 5. That's what we needed him to do. But, he did what he needed to do, even when guys were on base, right? So in that 5th inning, I believe, let's go to the 5th inning. Because I think my memory serves me right. There were a couple guys on base in that 5th inning. Yep, so Austin Meadows singled to Max Kepler in the bottom of the 5th. Brandon Lowe. There's Lowe and Lau. It's kind of, okay, I don't know which one is which. Pops out, and then Kevin Kiermaier gets a single. So, runners on 1st and 2nd. He had a little bit of trouble there, but he was able to get out of it. And that's the greatest thing about it, is he did what he needed to do to pitch around the leadoff single, and with even when another guy gets on base. And if you are curious about that 2nd inning, it was a flyout by Choi. Then Lowe singled, Arroyo struck out, a single on a ground ball from Jonathan Schoop. It was the error right there, and then a single from d'Arnaud scored him. That's why it was 1-0. So the error didn't count on the run, but it counted to advance him to 3rd, and the next guy got the hit. So that's why, if you're curious there. But let's go the rest of the Twins box score right now. So, like I said, Gibson, he did well, even when runners were on base. He probably could have gone out there for the 6th, but, after struggling in the 5th, he had the lead. Why not? You've got a good bullpen, and I thought this was great because you were able to let your bullpen work. They haven't had a lot of work in the last couple of weeks, so get May back out there, get Harper out there, who's been good. McGill's been good. Get Parker out there with a lead. That's really good. That's what I want to see a little bit more of from Baldelli, because you put Parker out there, against Milwaukee, and he gives up a home run because he doesn't pitch in a week. It's like, okay, you got to get him out there. Otherwise, he will start giving up home runs. But if he can go out there and shut him down for an inning every other day, that's more effective. So May, in his 1 inning of work, he struck out 1. He did walk 1, but no damage done. Harper, a little bit worse of a day for him, but, not bad. 4 outs. He got 4 outs, 1 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 1 home run, and 2 strikeouts. It was off of Arroyo. He just hit it. Got a good swing on it. Nothing you could really do. Plus, you're up 6-1 at 5-1. Yeah, 6-1 at the time. It didn't really hurt. You got to throw strikes, and he hit the ball hard. So, what can you do? But didn't really matter. His ERA is still under 2. And speaking of the next 2 guys, their ERAs are also under 2. McGill, who went 0.2 innings, struck out 1. Good for him at 1.35. And then Parker, who went 1 inning, a clean inning to finish it out with a 1.86 ERA, even after giving up that home run against Milwaukee. So very, very solid. We struck out 7 of the guys, only allowed 1 home run. We only walked 2 guys, only 1 earned run, 2 runs allowed. So that's very good. I'm not complaining about that. Like I said, we got the job done, and we can move on. So let's go to hitting. Everyone in the lineup was productive today at some point. They might not all have gotten hits. Everyone did but Max Kepler. But, from top to bottom, this lineup produced today in some way. So let's go through it. Max Kepler, he walked once. That was it. Let's just go through the innings. Why don't we? I think that's maybe a little bit better for you guys. So let's start in the top of the 3rd inning. Castro hit a single to lead off the 1st inning, and then Byron Buxton struck out. Kepler walked. That was his only walk, but it did pay off as Max Kepler then put Castro into scoring position. Jorge Polanco doubled. That scored Castro. Max Kepler went to 3rd, and then Marwin Gonsalez hit a double that was literally this close to going off the. It wasn't going out, but it hit off of center fielder. I think it was Kiermaier. His glove popped out. He was able to get to a double, and Castro scored. That was on Polanco's. Kepler scored. Polanco went to 3rd, and unfortunately, Rosario did not put a good swing on the ball and popped it straight up. He flew out, and then Miguel Sano struck out. Imagine that. So we took an early lead. Let's go to the 4th inning. Adrianza, he struck out. Scope got a single. Castro got a single, and Buxton got a single to make it 3-1 in the 5th inning. A home run by Marwin Gonsalez. That was a nice, thing to get back. We have not had a game where we have not gone 3 games without hitting a home run. We went 2. We got our home run today with Gonsalez. We also hit 1 with Buxton, but he hit a home run, 4-1. Rosario hit a single. Nothing else came of it. In the 6th inning, because we're still scoring here, Buxton got his home run. That guy threw on 5 sliders. He teed off on the last one. It was awesome. And now we're up 5-1. And in the 7th, Miguel Sano, he did get a double today, but he struck out 3 times. So he was productive, like I said. Polanco reached on the air. Marwin Gonsalez flew out. Rosario walks. Miguel Sano hit the double, and Polanco scored. Rosario went to 3rd, Sano at 2nd, but we couldn't do anything with it. And that was it for the scoring today, but it was enough. And like I said, everyone was productive in a different inning. Kepler 0 for 4, but he got walked and put Castro in scoring position. That allowed him to score. Polanco hit a double, 1 for 5 today. He's been tearing it up with the doubles lately. He also had an RBI and a run. Gonsalez went 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs and a home run. Good for him. Rosario 2 for 4 with a walk. Sano 1 for 5 with that double and RBI, but he struck out 3 times. That's just what you're going to get from him. Adrianza 1 for 5. Scope 1 for 5 with a run. And then Castro 3 for 4. Great day by him. Buxton 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs, including the home run. It's good to be back, in the home run column. It's good to be back in the win column. And we can prove that we can beat good teams. The last thing is Cleveland did win, and it's not even that you could say, oh, we want Cleveland to lose anymore, because the White Sox are right on their tails now. If the White Sox win today, they're again tied for second. Hopefully we can get the final win and, just keep extending that lead. So, the Cleveland Indians won today, but if the White Sox would have won, it would have been no different for us. So, we're still sitting good. I like where we're going, and hopefully we can get a couple more wins today. So, that's all I got for you today. Make sure to come back tonight, after the game for another game review, and we will see you then.